I've had a few roles in my career. I mean, usually sort of most workplaces I've done sort of 3 to 4 years and then moved on. But there's nothing worse when you sort of start day one and it looks like a bit of a mess. You haven't got IT equipment ready to go. There's no full, I guess, structure or agenda for the next couple of days. You're new in the zoo. Who do I speak to? Where do I go? I guess one of the things I really value, especially with I guess my first couple of weeks here, is that there was a formal structure and agenda put in place for me personally, which is great. I had a buddy system behind me, heaps of time taking me through systems, processes, tech as well. So my background's a large business where I have a client of one. I've never used a public practice accounting system before, and I feel like I sort of slipped into it relatively easily. And it's not through natural talent or anything like that at all. I think it was the systems and processes and support that came from the team, which I was really grateful for.
I think the first 5 or 6 years, we spent so much time on systems and process, hundreds of hours trying to put together a system that was the same across the whole business so that we could lay the foundations for growth. And I think that's the big difference, is once you get those foundations in play, you can grow much more sustainably.
We have a no bypass policy, so everybody sees what's going on. We have fantastic systems in place where we're not constantly emailing each other, so your inboxes don't get out of control. And there's great communication between the team and everybody, because everybody knows what's going on.
The systems at Xact, it's automated, paperless. Zero paper.
The system and process design structure here is pretty amazing. I mean, I've come from a couple of large organizations where you sort of get to take that a bit for granted. Sometimes it's a mess, sometimes it's not. But I think one of the first things that sort of blew me away a little bit was just even our client onboarding process as an example. There's something like a 240-step process and just to onboard clients effectively, concisely, and everyone has their role to play behind that as well. So the systems, processes, structures, there's a lot of respect for that in the firm. Mick Renton drives that massively, and that does sort of permeate down to the teams. I see my boss doing it really well, so I want to strive and achieve for that too. So it's a really important process, especially as we're growing aggressively and quickly. Yeah, highly important.